Unong ilam kaliang persya ke yeng do barthawai ke jala megalia Dr Mukul Sangma ulakno ba ke jingsoi ke memorandum of understanding hapadeng ke jala megalia bat asam nak bantaban pynbeit yo pol sam kam syam lodan ke jingkhoi ke jingsuba ha ke por besoi ka ulong ba shwa ban soi ke MoU baro til dep ban rai lupa ulapan pau ba kam syam lodan ke jingya pli jumut bat kitra jaka bat na baro ke baidon manta ba ke jip pynbeit put bat ke sarkar jala ulong ba deitat hadu ba kindahiar shadu ki jaka kisah sungtu yang jingsi syabaro kibala ja hak jingīasoi yaka MoU.
When we look at the manner in which the whole MoU was signed, there was no transparency. The stakeholders per se were not taken on board, taken into confidence. And as we interact more with the people, then we know actually how the things have been done. And if we look at the whole stories that is emanating from the ground zero, then I have reason to believe that the overall engagement that they embarked upon by constituting some kind of so-called regional committees were only for the sake of embarking upon some exercise and with an intent to play to the gallery. But the overall decision as to which land should go to whom, whether certain area will go to Assam or certain area will remain with Meghalaya, a predetermined decision has already been made. This is what I have reasons to believe. And therefore, now you are talking about give and take. Tell me one particular area which was given by Assam, or in other words, which was as the outcome of the negotiation which came to Meghalaya. Tell me one. Other than the areas falling under the areas of difference, which has been an integral part of the state of Meghalaya, keeping in mind that all this land becomes part and parcel of different himas. So you have to understand the complexity of the ownership of the land from the perspective of the overall the customary practices, customary law that govern our ownership and their administration, and the basic traditions and customary practices that has been inherited by us from our forefathers, and which are almost like a kind of rule book for us to follow. So there has been no such exercise where there was transparency. The people of the state didn't know. And the irony is that, which is again condemnable, highly condemnable, is that only after they have inked the MoU by both the states, they have called the NGOs, they have called the civil society organizations. Only after that they have called the political parties for a meeting. That means only after they have arrived at certain decisions, they have invited other political parties. So there is a reason to believe that everything has been decided much before then actual official negotiation that took place at the level of the two chief ministers. And I want to tell you that people also will have to understand the background and the circumstances leading to these areas of difference along Assam-Meghalaya border in respect of those areas of differences across the state. Numbering 12. It is precisely because people did not accept, the people of the state did not accept, refused to accept, that's why the area of difference. Now also the people are not accepting. We are not accepting on behalf of the people. Therefore, it remains as area of difference. Irrespective of whether they want to revisit or not, but for the people of the state of Meghalaya, for the stakeholders, yes, these particular areas of difference remains because it has not been resolved yet, and the way they are resolving is not acceptable to us, and we are not accepting it. Full stop. The land belongs to the people. The government doesn't have a land. Therefore, isn't it irony that if you're the owner of the land, if somebody want to cause an alienation of your land, is it somebody else or you who has to be the signatory to that kind of agreement? So that's why I have said there is a complexity associated. Now this complexity, and to understand or to have an in-depth understanding about the complexity is what is a prerequisite thing for anybody to embark upon this kind of engagement to resolve this kind of problem, which has got an inherent complexity. I am telling you, you will have to again go through all the aspects which ultimately make the whole thing complex. Even friends from media also will have to understand and elaborately navigate the whole story. See, we are talking about resolving a problem. Now, if this decision does not resolve the problem, what the use of this whole exercise? They become infructuous in as far as in the eyes of the people are concerned. And please remember that the Chief Minister, the counterpart Chief Minister, Dr Sangma has said that overall, Assam people are happy. They're bound to be happy. They're bound to be happy. All the civil society organizations are happy, supporting. Yes, they're bound to be happy and they're bound to support. Because every land that has been given to Assam are those areas which are part and parcel of the state of Meghalaya. In other words, which are the land which forms the integral part of our tribal land within the jurisdiction of different respective Himas.